So we have 3 new people. Raise your hand that's in here today. And 4 new people. 5 new people. Okay. And how many from word of mouth? How many heard the radio show? Whatever. Okay. All right. All right. How many of you out there who have questions on what's going on in the earth and think you need answers? That should be everybody, right? Now, we're here to give you brothers and sisters understanding of what's going on in the earth, what's about to happen, and who we are as a people. All right? For years, we thought that our oppression and captivity and racism that was perpetrated against us was strictly based on the color of our skin. We thought that all the other nations had benefit over us because they just don't like black people or people of color. That's what we thought. But we were incorrect. The reason these nations were treating us the way they treat us, or not, I'm not going to say was treating, the way they treat us, how they deal with us in this earth today, is because of the Most High's problem with us. That's why. It was the Most High. Now, I know that hit a few chords here, because we like to point to the unseen hand and who's doing what to us and think that it's everyone else's problem why we are experiencing our downfall. Right? An example of that. If someone pull you over, take your DNA, or knock you over the head, or drag you to jail, or do certain things to you, you'll say, man, black man can't get ahead. Why are they treating black people like this? Why are they treating people of color like this? And none of us relate that to the Most High doing it to us. Nothing happens in the earth unless the Most High allows it. All right? Now, why did the Most High single us out? Now, of course, what happens to us happened to other races. I'm not saying it does not. But when you look at the demographic or the number or the percentages of people that deal with these atrocities, more percentage of people out of our people deal with this. Being knocked, locked up and destroyed and dejected. It's majority our people. Right? So other people experience it, but we experience it on a high level. So, just hypothetically, with some of the brothers and sisters here that are new, why did the Most High have a problem with us and have all these nations doing these things to us? What you think? Just your opinion. Huh? Huh? You think the Most High love our color. Why? Because he's on the throne looking just like us with a bush. A white, woolly bush. It tell you that in Daniel the 7th chapter. So he love our color. Our color is royal. We're the people of the sun. Sun give us vitamins. Sun does so many great things for us. So our color is beautiful. We can thank the Most High for that. Thank the Most High he didn't take that away. But why do you think he have a problem with us? He allowed these things to happen in the earth. He allowed you to be downtrodden and go through whatever you go through, and predominantly us as a people. Okay, you got your hand up?
Yeah. Basically, I believe it's like a test.
A test?
Yeah.
That is true. We are being tested. But why he's testing us and not other people? Why are we the people going through the test?
We're blessed when we do it.
Huh?
We're blessed and we've forgotten ourselves.
We're blessed and we've forgotten ourselves.
Yeah.
We're getting close. Go ahead, sister.
How many people
Huh?
We don't listen.
We don't listen. I think we're getting there. We're getting hot. We're getting real hot. Go ahead.
Because he may not covenant with our fathers.
Hey, bingo. Who said that? Who said that? See, you cheated. I said, I'm one of the people that ain't coming there. Bingo. See, they don't tell you this. The Most High made an agreement with our fathers, our forefathers. See, you have to realize, you have to understand what we deal is generational. And the curses go from generation to generation. Now, the powers that control the earth understand this, but we are ignorant to this fact. We think that everything is compartmentalized and separated, that one life don't have anything to do with the next. Right? But really, we're in a generational curse. And because the people are not telling us we're in a generational curse, we're passing the curse to our next generation. So it's generational. Why? Because the Most High made a covenant or agreement with our people in Deuteronomy 28. I went through this last week. He told the people, if you follow me, I'll give you everything. All these nations who might hate you will still serve you. Why? Because I'm with you. And with me and you together, no one can beat you. But you must acknowledge the God who's given you this preferential treatment. Now, of course, while we were ruling and had all this power and might in the earth, the other nations were jealous, envious. Why? Because their gods cannot beat our God. So they was doing sacrificing and all these things, sacrificing people to their God. And they would try to come up against us, we would wipe them out. Why? Because we have the God of all gods. So the agreement was, listen, I'm going to hand this blessing down to your children. You people out there, don't ever follow the gods that I've taken down. Don't ever go back to them. I'm your God. But what did we do? After seeing our God take down the other nations, we go and chase after the gods of the nations, whom the Most High took down along with their people. So they started feeding us their gods and taking us down. They knew that if they can get us under their so-called religion, then our God would in turn fight against us. They knew this. So think about it today. They still understand this. The generational curse goes from generation to generation. If I can keep this generation teaching the religion of the slave master. So the curse would just be handed down to the children from one generation to the next. It's that simple. And by doing that, our God continues to fight and punch us until we acknowledge He's the one hitting us. Wake up. Come back to me. You're under these people. Look, you got a black eye. I'm knocking you down. I'm tripping you. I'm showing you it's me. You can't, common sense will tell you that you cannot follow a God of the people who've enslaved you. That's common sense. If they've enslaved you, they've given you a captivity religion that keeps the generation curse going. So when they beat you down and all that and throwing you in jail and doing all these things, you don't connect the fact that you are under another God. You never connected to it. Think about this. And I'm going to give you an example. How many of you went to jail? You can raise your hand. Come on, raise your hand if you went to jail at any point. Well, I've never been to jail, but I'm saying you can raise your hand. When you go to jail, you notice when people come out of jail, usually they have a religion. 9 times out of 10, they find some level of religion. Be it Christians coming to them, Muslims coming to them. Huh? Yeah. But I'm just saying. But usually someone is coming to you with some level of ideology. Why? When you're being chastised and you're at your lowest state, usually You're looking for some spiritual outlet to get understanding, to do some reflection on your life. You're trying to figure out, how did I get into this? Now you're trying to reach out to the Most High. And they're there waiting for you. Islam, Christianity, whatever. You understand? It's religion that have put us in our generational curse. And that's why we continue to be beat down. But with that, on top of that, the covenant that the brother or the sister mentioned earlier, the brother mentioned earlier, was the covenant of the laws, statutes, and commandments given to Moses. We had laws outside of the other nations. Right? Go to Psalms 147. And you notice, when we go into the Bible, for you that are new here, you will never see this information that we're teaching taught in your churches. The majority of information you'll get in your churches is a sermon with about 3 separate scriptures that the preacher might go into based on his sermon or his message to the people today. But how many people really learn the Bible going to these sermons? You're just listening to a man talk. Psalms 147, read it, 19 and 20.
Psalms chapter 147, verse 19.
Read it.
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
He showeth his word unto who?
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
Jacob is our father. These are physical men who walked with the Most High, who had children. Jacob wrestled the angel, and his name was turned to Israel. He showed his word to Jacob, read.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
So the Most High gave the Bible to Israel, to Jacob. The Bible and the law, they weren't given to all people. Moses wasn't coming out of Egypt with all people. He didn't give it to the Egyptians. Some people like to say, well, I follow the Egyptian concepts. Listen, if the Egyptians knew what was going on, if they knew the real God, then the Most High would not have taken them down and freed his people. I want the God that took the Egyptians down. I don't want the Egyptian God. Because the Egyptian God didn't part the Red Sea. He gave his word to Moses when we came out of Egypt. That was a preferential choice. Out of all people, the Most High chose one people to give his laws to. Read.
He showed his word unto Jacob.
Go ahead.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation.
What does it mean he hath not dealt so with any nation? What that means? There's no other nation of people on the earth the Most High ever gave his laws to. Nation means nationality or race. That means he didn't give his word and understanding to Arabs. He didn't give his word and understanding to the Europeans that are here, which are Edomites. He didn't give his word and understanding to the Asians, which are Japhetic people. He did not give his word to Africans, which are Hamitic people. And I know y'all look at us and say, aren't you from Africa? That's weird, aren't you? Listen, we're not from Africa. We're from Jerusalem. We ran into Africa when the Europeans took us down in 70 AD. And because we don't know this history, they have hijacked your identity. And now you look at them as the people, you're not even looking to Israel. Therefore, because you think the Most High didn't give you the law, you break the law and continue the generational curse. Because you think the Most High didn't give it to you. Well, if he didn't give it to me, I can do what I want to do. I can eat pork, I can worship any day I want, I can do what I want. That's exactly where they want you. Now, the imposters are upholding or trying to uphold your laws. And then they can always accuse you before the Father and point to you and say, look, you gave it to them. There's people out there showing them and they still don't want to come back to you. Acknowledge us. Allow us to continue to beat them destroyed them, and the Lord allowed them to do it.